Now a first carry here for Robinson. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. This pass into the hands of Turner.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Lefty.
Now Wentz. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the 1st down at around the 22. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. And that will going to be off target and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Jameis to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Back deep, Alex Erickson. Here comes Erickson. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Wentz now to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They run the jet sweep. Dotson. And he is going to lose yardage here. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Wentz to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal.
It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. See if they can do better here on this drive.
They find some open field here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with McKissick.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Wentz.
A throw to the flat here for McKissick. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
that might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Play fake. Winston. He's got a man. Complete. 30. 10. 5. Touchdown. New Orleans. Michael Thomas. 88 yards.
And the Saints have taken the lead.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Jamin Davis, the one to get up from his linebacker spot and make that play.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
If quarterbacks like to do it, he pushed it downfield and not throw it. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and his open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gott. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they're going to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Winston under pressure, and they got to him again.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
That's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Kamara up the middle. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Solid.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Again, it's Robinson. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score 17. Commanders 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Tressway now, standing just outside his own goal line. On the return, Hardy. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because...
And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Winston, the Commanders, staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down again. Pete Werner, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara.
Brought down at the 20.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
Second and 7 from the 20.
Even.
On play action, Winston.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Winston. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Michael Thomas hauling in the Jameis Winston throw. And the Saints have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Wentz finding McLaurin there for the Commanders first.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Here we go.
Throwing on first is Wentz.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Wentz to throw again.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
I'm on the 50. Let's go.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Cameron Jordan able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. Off the play fake, Winston. On the move to his left. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Winston. The quick slant caught. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They run. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. Result of the play was a turnover on down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So now just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Here's Winston. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Winston here to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Saints up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
And oh, it's wide right. No good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about.
And now here is another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
They're looking to throw this. Winston.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They